Herolike is a strange piece of pie. It's an arena-based hack and slash whilst also trying to be a roguelike management game. It borders between XCOM-like level progression and Torchlight-style gold lust. Yes, Herolike is trying to be like others before it, whilst also trying to be its own thing. And does it succeed? Well, we'll get to that soon.
Story.
Look, I'll be frank with ya, there's not much in the way of story. There's a Dark Lord, he has the Earthstone, bad things are happening, you have to fix it, enough said. Let's move on.
Visuals.
In terms of what the game looks like, well, it ain't gonna get no best visuals of 2016. But for the style that has going for it, it ain't half bad. The art style has a painted Torchlight 2 look to it that gives everything around you a sense of playful fantasy, which helps cover up the lack of content within the stages. The colours are varied and vibrant, blended in well with each scene, and help to set up a real sense of cartoony personality.
Stages.
Levels are designed in a very compact, arena-like style that usually fall on three types of scenarios. Hostile, which is your typical run around and kill enemies situation, while defensive is a more wave-based hack and slash. Gamble is the most interesting, as levels could land you either with an easy-to-beat minion and big loot drops, or it could completely go reverse and put you against a legion of flame-throwing cacodemons with no health drops. The third and most useless scenario is the friendly dialogue choice stages, which usually give you a choice between two options that, in the long run, don't honestly mean a thing. Hell, the scenes are written well, and even make you decide whether or not you actually think you're strong enough to attempt them, but in reality, they don't mean a thing. There's no consequence to sending a young boy to his death, or robbing a band of squabbling brothers for a few scraps of coin. Maybe the devs will add in a future update that actually makes me give a damn, but till then, just pick the option that gives you the most gold.
Gameplay.
The gameplay is exactly what you'd expect from a hack and slash. You have your choice of your main attack and your ability attack, though, like any other game, your main attack is the most powerful. Character classes determine how you play the game, as choosing Guardian is about jumping in full tank mode, while Shaman is about picking off enemies from afar. Your abilities are used as buffs to either help you wear down the enemy, or to temporarily bolster your own character stats. For the Guardian, you can have a long-range ground pound, or a second short-range. The third ability, as far as I know, turns on a lamp, and the fourth ability turns you into Gimli. The Shaman's first ability is a cosmic boomerang, and the rest are a bunch of others I didn't bother using. Movement, however, is definitely buggy, and targeting enemies 50% of the time ends up with you running straight past them.
Final thoughts.
Herolike is a fun, colourful game that suffers from a lack of varied content. Building your town up is by far the best part of the game, as you feel yourself slowly getting better. But once you realise you're doing it to progress farther in a game about fighting the same repetitive stages over and over again, well, boredom is bound to set in. Now, truthfully, I haven't got that far into the game, only levelling my keep twice, but by what I've seen, it would be a more varied experience if the developers added different level styles to the game, puzzle stages or gauntlet courses even. The second biggest problem for me is that it seems being more powerful is actually worse than when you start out. If you invest into the bank and keep restarting, you can actually gain materials way faster by blasting through hostile and defense stages and soaking up rewards, adding another level to the bank, then restarting all over again. Having high renown is nothing but a detriment to you as a player. Herolike, for all its problems, is still a fun and satisfying game. I still find myself, when I have the time, loading up and doing a quick suicide run for a bit of town growth. It's fun, it's enjoyable, but it's buggy and inconsistent. Herolike gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Although it crashes every 10 minutes, and the dialogue choices are inconsequential, its attacks are satisfying, and the music? Is lovely to listen to. Currently, the game is $7.99 US, and user reviews are mostly positive. Other games by this studio include Blind Darkness on Steam, and the Blind Darkness demo on Steam. For personal recommendations, I advise you to pick up Torchlight 2 on the PC, or Rogue Legacy on the PS3, 4, Xbox 360, One, and the PC of course. Well, feelers and chillers, that's the show. Once more, thank you for your company, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, if you already haven't. Also leave a like and maybe a comment. I'm Video James, signing out.